What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I know this looks very official, but this is not a podcast, y'all. This is just me sitting down having these one-on-one conversation with you guys. I really enjoyed the one I did in December, and I thought, why not have more of these type of conversations on my channel? These equipments I already had from my last failed business ventures. I'm like, why not put it to work? So this is exactly what I'm doing. I hope you guys enjoy this type of video, this type of interaction from me. If you don't enjoy it, also let me know. I can switch it up. Actually, on my channel, there's just so much going on. There's vlogs, there's hair videos, there's a lot. So yes, let me know if you guys are enjoying the videos. But let's just get into this video, you guys. Before we dive deep into this topic, I just want to say I'm the type of person that loves to observe people's behavior and their interaction and their mindset. So I'm just that type of person. And this video actually came about from me doing an observation. I'm like, you know what, maybe I should talk about this. I realized that a lot of us don't know who we are, and I know it sounds very simple. If someone was to ask you right now, who are you, it sounds like a very simple question, but when you really think about it, it's very deep. You know, as a matter of fact, I want y'all to pause this video and answer this question. Who am I? Most times these questions is being answered by your occupation. Some people just would write down your name. Some people would say or use their status, you know, in that direction. But honestly, those things are not who we are. Your status, your occupation, your name, that's not who you are. You are more, way more than that. So I feel like the number one step in finding out who you are is to be completely honest with yourself. Take out a pen and a piece of paper, write down who am I, and be completely honest. Whether you find you're a good person or a bad person, it doesn't matter. Your answer can be negative, positive. Once you are completely honest with your answer, that's all that matters. Once you've done that, the next thing will be, who does the world think I am, and does it align with who I think I am? Now, when I say the world, I just mean the people around you, society, and such. I know right now a lot of us thinking, well, I don't think I should ask this question because I don't care about the opinions of others. I don't care what others have to say about me, yada, yada, yada. But is that really true though? Because I feel like a lot of us really value the opinion of others. A lot of us tend to act as if it doesn't bother us, but in reality, it really does. So it goes back to being completely honest with yourself. And my reasoning for comparing the two is not because you're seeking validation, but it's just giving you like a foundation into how you want to see yourself. Because once you have, okay, this is the opinion of someone else and this is the opinion of me, now I can take the two and kind of weigh and see where I stand, what is my truth. So I see this as a guideline into focusing on the person you want to become instead of running with a narrative. So once again, asking yourself the question, who does the world think I am and who do I think I am, is not seeking validation, but rather setting a foundation into becoming the person who you believe you can be. So once you've answered these two questions, there's one more important question, in my opinion, that you have to ask yourself is, who do you want to be? In order for you to know who you are, you have to know who you want to be. You and only you get to choose a life you want to live and what you want to be known for. So take your time when answering this question, because this is really setting the foundation in figuring out who you are. And bear in mind, it's very important for you to be completely honest with yourself, be completely vulnerable when you're answering these questions, because if you are not, the world, quote unquote, the people around you, will eventually tell you who you are. You're going to be right back to the beginning. So be very honest with yourself when you are answering these questions. Now that we've got the questions out of the way, it's time for us to put in the work. To become the person you want to be, you have to let go of the previous perception of you and start off with a clean slate. So it's time to take control, change the narrative, and focus on becoming the person you want to be. How do you do that? Well, there is a lot of work that is going to be put into this. I made a list of 10 things that you can start off with. Obviously, you can also add as you go along, you're going to figure it out. But I made a list and I'm going to share that with you guys. Let me just pull that up. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is set boundaries. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. I know this one is a hard one, but we have to set boundaries because if we're not, people are gonna be pulling us left, right, and center, and you do not want that. People are not gonna like it at first, but guess what? They're gonna get used to it because eventually they have to adapt to whatever you are presenting. So, very important, set boundaries. So, number two, stand firm on your beliefs and not allowing anyone to or others to influence your decisions. If you believe in a certain thing and you know in your heart, in your core, that is what you stand for, do not allow anyone to distract you from that. Of course, it's always good to listen to someone else's perspective, but if you believe this is what you stand for, stand firm in your beliefs and don't allow anyone to influence your decision. Number three is be bold about your wants and needs. Do not be afraid to let people know what you want, what you need, what you don't like, what you like. Because guess what? Everyone in this world is taking and giving. It's like an exchange. Every day we are exchanging energy, we are exchanging time. So by being bold and letting people know, hey, this far and no further, you are actually taking control of yourself. Number four, stop caring about what people think. Now, I know this one is a hard one. I know a lot of us struggle with this one because we care so much about opinions of others. But guess what? People will always have something to say. It doesn't matter if you're doing good, you're doing bad. There will always be whispers. People are always gonna gossip. So do not pay any mind to that because you cannot control that. Stop paying attention to what people have to say about you. Let them talk. They are allowed to talk. Everyone is allowed to give your opinions on everything, whether it's your personal life or whatever. Everyone is allowed to give their opinion. You have to take control into your part, like what you do with the opinions you get. Do not let them distract you. Let people talk. People will talk. That is life. That is how the world will round and round, is by people talking about each other. So that is something you would never be able to control. So let it go. If you cannot control it, let it go. So stop thinking about what people have to say. Number five, don't be afraid to stand alone. Very important. I know a lot of us love company, but sometimes we have to do things on our own, and it's the best way because that's the only way we're gonna really truly know ourselves, is by being alone. Stop always wanting someone to tag along with you because people are not always going to get your point of view. People are not always going to understand where you are coming from, where you're trying to go. You have to go places alone. You have to walk alone in order for you to build that relationship with yourself. So number six is allowing yourself to make mistakes. I know a lot of us are hard on ourselves. I know that for myself. I like to be a perfectionist. I like things to go a certain way. But guess what? We only learn by the mistakes we make. If it was to be perfect all the time, we wouldn't really be learning anything. So allow yourself to make the mistakes. But the most important thing is that you learn from the mistake. Don't just keep making them over and over and over again. Learn from them. So allow yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to fail because it's all part of life. It's all part of learning who you are, learning where you want to be, learning where you want to go. So allow yourself to make mistakes. We all do it every day, every second of the day. So it is a normal part of life. Stop striving to be perfect. I know this is for me also. So that was number six. We move on to number seven. Learn to take up space and not allowing yourself to fade into the background. Let me repeat this one again. Learn to take up space and not allowing yourself to fade into the background. What I mean by that is to let people know you are in the room. Do not be afraid to stand out. I know, and when I say this, I don't mean to be loud and obnoxious. I don't mean to be making a scene. Just allow your presence to be loud enough so people will notice that you are in the room. And when they actually notice you are in the room, do not be afraid to be seen, because a lot of us are afraid to be seen. Just be who you are. Just stand firm, be confident, and let people know you are here, because guess what? You deserve to be in whatever space, in whatever room everyone else is in. You deserve to be there as well. So stamp it and let people know I am allowed to be here and I am going to own this. We move on to number 8. Stop apologizing for the comfort of others. I really dislike when people keep apologizing for who they are. Now, bear in mind, sometimes you need to apologize for your actions. I get that. But people tend to overdo it. I feel like people are afraid of how others will perceive them. So they're always apologizing for just them being them. Listen, there will always be someone offended by the things you say. You are not going to be able to please everyone around you. It is impossible. You shouldn't even try to do it. So it doesn't matter what you say, whether you say something good, there will always be a group of people that think that you're good is bad, and there will be a group of people that think that you're bad is good. So you will always offend someone. So let it go, right? Let it go. So once again, stop apologizing for the comfort of others. Number 9, sorry. Always stay true to yourself, even if it means you must lose people around you. Working on yourself is a very lonely journey because you are in a mindset that people do not understand. You're trying to be a better person, and a lot of time people do not understand your actions because people do not understand what you're doing. And it's not your job to keep explaining to people that you are bettering yourself. Just do it. You don't owe anyone anything. So no one really understands what you're going through eternally but you. So just always stay true to yourself, even if it means you have to stand alone. Because guess what? Sometimes we just have to walk alone until we find the people that are for us. So number 10, do not settle or negotiate on your norms and values, because that is what really makes you who you are. Now, I'm not saying you cannot change your norms and values, because as life goes on, you become wiser, things change, you see things from different point of view. All that is fine. But what I'm saying, once you settle in your beliefs, you know this is what you stand for. Do not settle or do not change it up, because do not change it because of someone else's opinion, because that is what makes you you. Each and every one of us have our beliefs. We have our things that is non-negotiable. We have our things that we stand for. And yeah, I don't believe in changing that because of someone else's perspective, unless you want to change it for yourself, but not because of someone else. So these are the things that I came up with to give you guys a head start on figuring out who you are. I'm going to repeat them again just briefly. Number 1, set boundaries. Number 2, stand firm on your beliefs and not allowing anyone to influence your decisions. Number 3, be bold about your wants and needs. Number 4, stop caring about what people have to say. Number 5, don't be afraid to stand alone. Number 6, allow yourself to make mistakes. Number 7, learn to take up space by not allowing yourself to fade into the background. Number 8, stop apologizing for the comfort of others. Number 9, always stay true to yourself, even if it means to lose the people around you. And number 10, don't settle or negotiate on your norms and values. So those are the 10 things to start off with in order to figure out who you are. Once you've mastered these 10 things, you now have a shift in your personality. You cannot incorporate these 10 steps and still be the same person. Now that you are bold, you are confident, and people around you will have no choice than just to accept this new person that you are presenting. Everything about you is going to be so different that people will automatically see who you are. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say a word. They will just look at you, observe you, and know exactly what you stand for. So keep in mind, just like everything else in life, this is not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take intentionality. You're going to have to be focused on you in order for you to become a new person, in order for you to become the person who you want to be. But once you've made up your mind that you want to change, there is nothing and no one that can stop you. And honestly, guys, knowing who you are is really a game changer, because the amount of respect you are going to get from people is well deserved. People are not going to mess with you because they're going to know, hey, she does not stand for this nonsense. People will know exactly how far to take it. They are going to they're gonna set their own boundaries for you, because they're gonna know, hey, let me don't mess with her in that way, because she's not about that. So it is really a game changer knowing who you are. And once again, like I said, you don't have to go around telling people who you are. It all shows in your character and the way you carry yourself. So really work on that. And one of the most important things is people perception of you will not matter as much, or maybe not even matter at all, because now you have mastered your own identity. And your identity is not measured in things and circumstances. You fully own yourself now. You fully know who you are to the core. So whatever people say about you, it doesn't matter, because now you have mastered you. And that's all what it's about. So that is what I want to give you guys today. Once you know who you are, nothing and no one can take that away from you. Okay, y'all. So this is what I had for y'all. I hope this video was not all over the place. I hope I did not go too far off topic. But really let me know in the comments if y'all are struggling to figure out who you are, if you guys are struggling to become the best person, the best version of yourself. I really incorporate the 10 things that I've mentioned. It is a starter, of course. As you develop and grow, not develop, but has your has your relationship with yourself developed, and as you grow, there are going to be things that are going to come naturally to you and that you can incorporate in your daily life. But just start off with these 10 things if you have trouble just finding out who you are. And yes, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.